with slogans and placards in their hand. And then on to the Air India repeated technical snags, 4 incidents and in 3 days that have come to the fore, and now Air India CEO has been summoned. In fact, just in some time he will be appearing before the Ministry of Civil Aviation. A fake embassy that has been busted in Ghaziabad in Uttar Pradesh. Man running the scam was in fact running it from a rented accommodation there. Then on to the Samajwadi Party meeting in fact mosque that has sparked a massive controversy with BJP seeking apology. We'll tell you what it is all about. And finally, in fact in UP, another conversion racket has been busted by the police. These are all the 6 stories that we are tracking for you this evening. Let's get started. Well, soon after the sudden resignation of Jagdeep Dhankhar, there are multiple claims that have come to the fore over a possible link between him and the Congress party. It all started with a mysterious call between Dhankhar and the Congress party, and there have been a flurry of meetings between him and the opposition leaders is what we are learning in the last 2 months. Now, all this happened when he was serving as the vice president of the country, and now with his resignation, several questions are being raised on the relationship between the executive and the parliament. All right, so let us now tell you why the claims are coming for why Dhankhar is opposition magnet. First up, there was a mysterious call, as we told you, between Jagdeep Dhankhar and Jairam Ramesh. Remember, he is Congress Rajya Sabha MP. Flurry of meetings with the opposition leaders in the last 2 months, and probably the Bharatiya Janata Party was keeping an eye on it. In fact, open declaration of war against government on the farmer issue, and he was quite vocal when it came to that. He was closely calibrated with the opposition to subvert the government's impeachment plan as far as Justice Verma is concerned. A main point that has come to the fore that led to the resignation is what we are learning. He met opposition leaders privately and openly defied the government's effort, and this is in fact all the claims that have come in the last 24 hours as far as his resignation is concerned. Pre-back, that is Business Advisory Committee meeting protocol by allowing Mallikarjun Kharge to speak first in Rajya Sabha. So this is as far as the entire saga is concerned. And before his surprise resignation, former Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar made a visit to Rashtrapati Bhavan. He met with President Draupadi Murmu around 9 o'clock on Monday is what we're learning. He handed over his resignation to her, and half an hour later, he made the resignation letter public on social media. So this is as far as the saga of his resignation is concerned. Let me go across to my colleague Harsha, who's been tracking this story very closely. Harsha, now Jagdeep Dhankhar and the Congress party link is emerging. What are your sources telling you about this?
Yes, Akanksha rightly pointed out these are not mere just speculation and several permutation and combination, but it actually has happened in the span of 2 months. If I tell you, just 1 week before monsoon session, former VP Jagdeep Dhankhar had met Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the LOP of the Rajya Sabha. Not only this, just a day before monsoon session, there was a meeting, a closed-door meeting between former VP and Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal. So he has, yes, met in past 2 months several opposition leaders, and the sources tell us that the statements and the mentioning which was made by former VP in those meetings was something which has fueled the uproar. And also it is being said that it was not just only impeachment notice signatures by the opposition party leaders which he announced without even discussing with the treasury bench and without even informing the government, like the process which happened in Lok Sabha. Simultaneous process was not followed in Rajya Sabha by the former VP. This is not just one incident, but yes, his links with opposition party, and not just Congress but the other opposition party as well. What led to that phone call between Jairam Ramesh and former VP at around 7:30 p.m. in the evening on day 1 of the monsoon session? No one knows exactly what was the chat between the two of them. And also, as soon as the day 1 of the monsoon session winded up, it got adjourned. The second day, without even without even following the protocol, immediately Mallikarjun Kharge was given the first chance by former VP to speak. So that is against the protocol. So several things were there, several permutation and combination were there, which led to this speculation which is now going round in the political corridor.
Absolutely. Questions are being raised on the frequent calls and the flurry of meetings that many claim happened between Dhankhar and the Congress party. Thank you so much, Harsha, for all the details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now, today was the day 3 of the Parliament session, and once again, business could not be conducted today as the proceedings descended into complete chaos as the protests erupted over the Election Commission's special revision of electoral rolls in the state of Bihar. Now, within minutes of assembling, both the houses were in turmoil. MPs were storming the well, they were holding placards, they were shouting slogans, and that is what we saw in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha was adjourned just few minutes after it started, and the same was the scene with Rajya Sabha as well, even though the government has said that they will hold discussion on the issue as well. As far as the SIR Bihar survey is concerned, the Congress-led opposition is not ready to back down at all, and mired in this deadlock was the sports governance bill, which was all slated to be tabled in the parliament today, but no business could be conducted at all. There on the screen you can see how the opposition parties in fact did the protest just outside the parliament and inside as well. Listen in.
You all are stating that it is the MHA's prerogative and not the ECI. Why so?
See, what we are seeing in Bihar is going to spread across states. That if you are a BJP sympathizer, you will be allowed to vote. And if you have voted against the BJP in the past, your vote would be stolen. This vote bandi, this vote fascism, we are protesting against. And we want the Prime Minister and Home Minister, who have a special role in the appointment of Chief Election Commissioners and Election Commissioners, for them to be present. The government must specify inside the House on which date they will take up SIR, on which date they will take up Pahalgam for discussion.
I fail to understand why this deadlock is prevailing if now government is ready. On the floor of the House, if Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju ji, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh ji, MOS Minister Arjuna Meghwal ji has categorically said that now if any resolutions, either any subject will bring to the notice Honorable Speaker and Business Advisory Committee under rules, it will decide. So now government is ready to respond. Government is ready to reply on any discussions. Now it is only to Speaker. But why they are just playing play cards? They are only disrupting from last 3 days without any issue, without any agenda. So I think that they don't have any agenda. So now they are trying to set only agenda for the Bihar elections.
मेरी समझ में नहीं आता कि ऑपोजिशन चाहता क्या है। आप जब बार बार शिकायत करते हैं, क्या ये बात सही नहीं है कि लोकसभा चुनाव के बाद आप ही लोग गए थे चुनाव आयोग के पास शिकायत करने? महाराष्ट्र चुनाव को अभी तक ये लोग गिनाते रहते हैं कि किस तरीके से वहां पे वोटर लिस्ट के साथ धांधली की गई, ड्यूप्लीकेसी ऑफ द वोट का बार बार ये लोग जिक्र करते हैं। तो जब आपकी ये शिकायत रही है और उस शिकायत को मानते हुए चुनाव आयोग ने इस प्रक्रिया का इस्तेमाल किया है जहां पे एक इंटेंसिव रिव्यू किया जा रहा है, जिसके माध्यम से इस बात को सुनिश्चित किया जाए कि जो वोटर है, जो अधिकृत व्यक्ति है, सिर्फ वही मतदान का इस्तेमाल करे, ना कि कोई घुसपैठिया या कोई दूसरा व्यक्ति आके। और कई बार ये भी देखा गया कि वोटर लिस्ट में धांधली इस तरीके से भी होती है कि जो व्यक्ति मर गया होता है उसके नाम पे वोट चल रहा होता है। तो इन सारी चीजों को रेक्टिफाई करने के लिए ये रिव्यू जरूरी है, और ऐसा तो नहीं है कि पहली बार ये किया जा रहा है। आजादी के बाद 4 बार ये हो चुका है।
And now shifting our focus, trouble is mounting for Air India. In just the last 3 days, 4 flights have been reported. They've reported technical snags and once again raising serious safety questions as well, from a skidding off a runway to a fire in the aircraft. Passengers have faced, in fact, several scares in the last few days. And in that backdrop, what we're learning that in just some time, Air India CEO Campbell Wilson will be, in fact, going to the Civil Aviation Ministry. He's been summoned by the ministry as far as these technical snags are concerned. A crucial meeting will take place in few minutes from now. We're learning that at 7 o'clock this meeting will take place. The government wants answer and accountability from Air India. All right, as in the last 3 days, we have told you 4 incidents have taken place. Let's take you through the incidents one by one. The first incident, in fact, took place as far as the Air India Kochi Mumbai AI 2744 is concerned. There were 136 passengers on board as far as this flight is concerned. It skidded off the runway during landing in rain, and in fact 3 tires burst, engine cowling was damaged, and a lot of people got scared, and very concerning visuals had come to the fore as far as this is concerned. Incident number 2, Delhi Calcutta AI 2403, takeoff aborted at 155 km per hour due to technical snag. Another technical snag that has come to the fore as far as incident 2 is concerned. This was a Calcutta bound flight that stopped on the runway, and this in fact scared a lot of people as well. Incident 3 is this Delhi bound flight, Hong Kong Delhi AI 315, 170 passengers on board, and we're learning that there was in the fire in the auxiliary power unit after landing, and again very concerning visuals that had come to the fore as far as this case is concerned. All the passengers were safely evacuated. And incident number 4, in the last 3 days, this is Calicut Doha Air India Express, and this is the incident that has come in today. We're learning that there were 176 passengers were on board, and these incidents have come in the last 3 days. Now let me go across to Captain Surjit Panesar, who joins us live on the broadcast. Captain, tell us, how do you look at these, in fact, harrowing visuals that we've been showing our viewers? 4 incidents in the last 3 days, and this is not normal for any airline to have so many technical snags in just a matter of 3 days. Now, what we're learning is that Air India CEO will go to the Civil Aviation Ministry in some time. He has been summoned as far as these technical snags are concerned. Your first reaction?
Well, ma'am, what we are observing in the last few days, the snags and a lot of delays in the flights and incidents are happening. It's a really matter of great concern. And I'm sure Wilson Campbell, who's a very capable and intelligent person, he has a lot of experience in running the airline. Either he's losing control of his officers. What about maintenance control center, in charge of maintenance control center? Is he sitting in Vatica building, or is he sitting on the tarmac, his officers on the tarmac to monitor day-to-day observation, the engineering? There are 2 departments which are very famous for the point of running safe airline. One is the engineering, the other is the training. These 2 contribute to the safety of an airline. Air India, one of the best airlines in the world. Why is so many snags are coming? Either Mr. Wilson is losing control on his staff, or they are not cooperating with it. He has to find out all these reasons. He should pull up the Saborga. Air India, one of the used to be national carrier, today still has the name of India. People in other countries, they love to fly only by Air India. They don't want to choose other airline. So why we are losing faith of those passengers? It is high time you pull up the sock and take care of the safety and engineering. And I feel the DGCA should take action against them in charge with maintenance control center. What maintenance is controlling sitting in the Vatica building? He has to be on the field to monitor everything what is happening. I have come across many pilots who are also not satisfied with day-to-day working of the engineering snags and all that. It is important, Mr. Wilson, please take charge of all these people. Take them for accountability every day. Like Mr. P.C. Sen used to, our earlier MD used to take a meeting of all the directors in the morning from 10 to 10:30 and take their accountability. This is the time which has come before we face any incident. I have heard an old slogan, if any airline thinks flight safety is expensive, try an accident. What have we learned from Ahmedabad? I think my personal humble submission to Wilson Campbell is to pull up his socks and please start taking accountability from all his staff, especially the in charge of maintenance control center, what maintenance he is holding. And the DG should question him also. Why Wilson Campbell only? Why not to call the chief head of the maintenance control center? What control he has got on the maintenance? Is there any shortage of spare parts, shortage of staff? He must come out with all these things to advise Wilson Campbell to take care of the airline safety here. It is important, high time, before we lose further confidence of the travelling public in Air India. My personal opinion and humble submission to Wilson Campbell is please take care and take accountability of all the staff who are head of the department, training, safety, engineering. These are the 3 important, and the next is the commercial,
Right.
how they look after the passenger. This is a high time we
Just
should
like
rise
you,
to the
people of the
occasion and
country
take
also
action.
want answer. They want accountability and responsibility from Air India, not a templated statement or any press statement after these technical snags take place. Thank you so much, Captain, for speaking to Republic TV. Now, from that, we are shifting our focus to a bizarre diplomatic scam that has been busted in Ghaziabad in UP. A man posing as an ambassador of a fictional nation like West Arctica and Saborga was in fact running a fake embassy from a rented house in Ghaziabad. He was using fake diplomatic plates. He was using morphed a photo of the top leaders and ran a visa and Hawala racket as well. Here's more.
In the heart of Delhi NCR's Ghaziabad, a bizarre diplomatic scam has come to light. A man posed as an ambassador of nations that barely exist on any map. The accused, operating from a rented house, ran so-called embassies of fictitious countries like West Arctica, Saborga, Poulvia and Lodonia. He declared himself their official envoy, offering diplomatic perks, immunity and even visa services. Multiple vehicles bore fake diplomatic number plates. Photographs were morphed to show him alongside the Prime Minister and the President, used to build false credibility and influence. Police say the operation was a front for bigger crimes. The accused acted as a middleman, promising foreign job placements in exchange for money. He also ran a Hawala racket, using shell companies to launder funds abroad. Investigators say he had links to known controversial figures, Godman Chandraswamy and international arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi. Back in 2011, a case was filed against him for possessing an illegal satellite phone. From fake diplomacy to financial fraud, the Ghaziabad man's web of lies is now unraveling. A full investigation is underway as officials try to trace the extent of his racket and who all were misled by his fake power.
And a political firestorm has erupted over Akhilesh Yadav's visit to mosque near the Parliament of India. Visuals show the Samajwadi Party chief and Dimple Yadav, his wife, were inside that premises of the mosque that is right opposite to the Parliament of India. And the BJP has now launched a sharp attack on the Samajwadi Party, accusing the Samajwadi Party of turning a religious place in a political hub. In fact, BJP Minority Morcha President Jamal Siddiqui claims that mosque was reduced to the unofficial Samajwadi Party office, not just BJP, but what we're learning is that Uttarakhand Waqf chairperson has also attacked the Samajwadi Party, seeking an apology on this matter. Listen in.
जहाँ तक मैं समझता हूँ बात को, आस्था और कोई भी धार्मिक स्थान कभी नकारात्मकता नहीं ला सकता, नेगेटिविटी नहीं ला सकती। पॉजिटिविटी, सकारात्मक होना, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी को चढ़ाता है। कोई अच्छी बात करोगे आप, जोड़ने की, सम्मान की, व्यवहार की, तो वो चिढ़ते हैं। तो ये नेगेटिविटी है कि हम भाईचारा जोड़ने वाली नेगेटिविटी है। हम लोग जोड़ने की राजनीति करते हैं। लोग साथ आएँ, साथ चलें, एक दूसरे से हम मिलें जुलें, उठे बैठें। भारत की संस्कृति यही है, भारत की पहचान भी यही है। हमारा लोकतंत्र, हमारी धरती एक दूसरे के साथ मिल करके रही है, इसीलिए मिली जुली संस्कृति सबसे ज़्यादा भारत में दिखाई देती है। ये मिली जुली संस्कृति के खिलाफ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग हैं।
देखिए, इसकी जितनी निंदा की जाए कम है। समाजवादियों ने क्या मस्जिद पे कब्जा कर लिया है? दिल्ली वक्फ बोर्ड उस मस्जिद का मैनेजमेंट देखती है और जो इमाम हैं वो दिल्ली वक्फ बोर्ड के ज़रिए नियुक्त हैं, लेकिन वो सांसद हो गए। तो सांसद हो गए तो क्या समाजवादियों की मीटिंग होगी मस्जिद के अंदर? कहीं से भी ये स्वीकार नहीं। मस्जिद के अंदर जिस तरह बैठक की है, मस्जिद का भी अपमान किया और मस्जिद को राजनीति का अड्डा बनने नहीं दिया जाएगा। इसके लिए समाजवादियों को माफ़ी मांगनी चाहिए और कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी के एक सांसद धर्मेंद्र यादव जी ने एक एक्स के ऊपर एक पोस्ट की है जिसमें उन्होंने बताया है कि वो एक दूसरे जो रामपुर के सांसद हैं मोहिदुल्लाह नदवी, उनके आवास पर बैठक कर रहे हैं। जब फोटो हम लोगों ने देखा तो हमने देखा ये तो पार्लियामेंट की मस्जिद के अंदर का फोटो है, और पार्लियामेंट की मस्जिद के अंदर जिस तरह से समाजवादी पार्टी के सारे सांसद इकट्ठा होकर बैठे हैं, कार्यकर्ता बैठे हैं, और वहाँ पर एक बैठक चल रही है, वहाँ एक डिस्कशन चल रहा है, तो ये अपने आप में बड़ा शॉकिंग न्यूज़ थी कि क्या अखिलेश यादव ने मस्जिद को अब समाजवादी पार्टी का हेडक्वार्टर बना लिया है क्या मस्जिदों से अब समाजवादी पार्टी राजनीति करने जा रही है क्या उनके तमाम नेता मस्जिदों का इस्तेमाल तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के लिए कर रहे हैं क्या? ये अपने आप में कई ज्वलंत सवाल सामने खड़े हैं, और एज अ मुस्लिम मुझे लगता है कि ये मस्जिद का अपमान है। मस्जिद खुदा का घर है, उस मस्जिद के अंदर क्या सियासी बातें करने की इजाजत है?
In Uttar Pradesh, another conversion racket has been busted. Agra police under Operation Asmita has exposed a religious conversion syndicate operating on the ISIS-style pattern, targeting minor girls for conversion through radicalization. And what we're learning so far is that the network used local recruiters to brainwash the Hindu girls using Islamic preaching, YouTube channels, online session, and girls were lured, radicalized, and then trafficked to different states under the fake identities. In fact, as you can see on the visuals, these are the two men who have been arrested as far as this case is concerned. One of them is Abdul Rahim. And this is all we could pack for you in this bulletin of 6 stories at 6. We'll be back tomorrow with more such stories. Till then, keep watching Republic TV.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
This is your space, slay it your way.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
Welcome back, friends. Parliament is placed for politics, but is there a mosque inside Parliament where some politics took place? Indeed, going by pictures in which Akhilesh Yadav can be seen sitting at a mosque, which is said to be in the Parliament complex. BJP has not liked it, asking Akhilesh Yadav what kind of secularism is that. Let's begin with the headlines and we'll come to this story. Explosives recovered at a crowded bus stand in Bengaluru. Anti-terror squad at the spot. Gujarat ATS arrests 4 people associated with Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent. Interrogation underway. NIA charge sheet against the Hawala excess 26/11 attack planning began in 2005 in Pakistan. NIA identifies new witnesses. Government sources say it cannot respond on behalf of the Election Commission, hence no debate on the Bihar SIR issue in Parliament. Lok Sabha Speaker meets Ghaziabad Deputy Chairman Harivansh and Home Minister Amit Shah in Parliament. A 4th aviation incident, another Air India flight faces technical snag. Air India CEO and the DG of Directorate General of Civil Aviation called for a meeting by the Civil Aviation Ministry. Myntra booked for forex violation by the ED. Company issues a statement, says committed to upholding laws of the land. All right, let's begin with more details coming in connection with the terror module or the Al-Qaeda module busted by Gujarat police, the anti-terror squad of the police. And they made arrest of these 4 youth from Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and Gujarat. And they are to be produced before a court in a while from now. In fact, we are awaiting a press conference by the Gujarat police. It has got delayed. These 4 are highly radicalized youth. They were being tracked by the sleuths, and when the cops realized that they might be up to some acts, radical acts, that's when in a major swoop down, arrests have taken place. In fact, the Gujarat police has already addressed the press conference. Let's listen to Gujarat police and then we come to Gopi Shah reporting on that.
गुजरात एटीएस के डीवाईएसपी हर्ष उपाध्याय को पिछले 10 जून को एक इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली थी कि 5 इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट्स हैं जो शरीयत या शहादत, फरदीन 3, मुजाहिद 1, मुजाहिदीन 3, सैफुल्ला मुजाहिद 313, ये जो 5 अकाउंट हैं ये अलकायदा जो एक प्रोस्क्राइब टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, इसकी विचारधारा का प्रचार प्रसार देश में कर रहे हैं। बहुत लोगों को धार्मिक आधार पे डेमोक्रेसी के विरुद्ध, भारत के विरुद्ध इनकी उश्केरनीजनक जो साहित्य है वो इन पे बारंबार शेयर कर रहे हैं। इस पर्टिकुलर इनपुट को सीनियर अधिकारियों के साथ शेयर किया गया। एक टेक्निकल टीम का पहले निर्माण किया गया जिसमें एसपी के सिद्धार्थ रहे, डीवाईएसपी हर्ष उपाध्याय, पीआई मनन ओझा, पीआई मृणाल शाह, पीएसआई आरसी वढवाणा, पीएसआई पीआर वसावा, पुलिस कांस्टेबल भरत चौधरी एंड डिम्पलबा वाघेला, ये लोग रहे। इन 5 जो इंस्टा अकाउंट हैं इनको रिजोल्व करवाया गया और इसमें से पता चला कि ये मुजाहिदीन 1 और मुजाहिदीन 3 एक ही आरोपी के द्वारा यूज किया जाता है। टोटल 4 आरोपियों को आइडेंटिफाई किया गया जिसमें फरदीन शेख जो है वो अहमदाबाद का रहने वाला है, मोहम्मद फैक चांदनी चौक दिल्ली का रहने वाला है, जिशान अली नोएडा का रहने वाला है और सैफुल्ला कुरैशी जो है वो मोडासा अरवली का रहने वाला है।
All right, 2 from Gujarat, 1 each from Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. Those are the arrests made by Gujarat police. Gopi joins us for more on this. Gopi, were these radicalized Al-Qaeda operatives close to carrying out some act and the police acted to evade and to stop that from happening?
Well, in fact, just a short while back, Sunil Joshi, the DIG of ATS Gujarat, has revealed certain facts about the preliminary investigation which has been done. Now, in this particular investigation, he has revealed that total 4 were identified, as you've correctly mentioned, 1 each from Delhi and Uttar Pradesh, while 2 from Ahmedabad. They got a tip of Fardeen, who is based in Ahmedabad first. While as per Sunil Joshi, he said that a sword was seized from Fardeen's house. While the main accused seems to be Mohammad Faiq, who resides in the Chandni Chowk area of Delhi, where it was found that he was in contact with 2 Pakistani content creators. As per what Sunil Joshi has mentioned in the press conference just a short while back. So these are the details which have emerged. In fact, there were 5 Instagram pages in the name of Mujahideen, Jihadi, and there were other 3 names. And all these 5 pages had activities wherein they were posting polarized content to provoke and divide people. So this is what has emerged. We will have to wait and watch what pans out next. While 2 have already been under the custody, other 2 have been picked today. We will have to see what pans out next. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Gopi, with those details. Highly radicalized youth having diabolical plans, but the module busted by Gujarat ATS. Moving on for now. And Republic has accessed the charge sheet in the Tahawur Rana case, a supplementary charge sheet filed by the National Investigation Agency. It nails Pakistan's role in 26/11 terror attack in Mumbai in 2008, and as per the details available, the planning of 26/11 began in 2005 in Pakistan. Tahawur Rana even made multiple visits, and he's now spilling the beans, so to say, and giving more details of the conspiracy part, the planning part, and the execution part of the dastardly terrorist strike in Mumbai that took place then. Soumya joins us live for more details. Soumya, you accessed the supplementary charge sheet. Are we very clear now, after all the investigation and this content coming out of the charge sheet, that Pakistan deep state was meticulously and deeply involved in planning and executing the 26/11 terror attack?
Yes, well, see, you've correctly pointed out this fact, because even in the supplementary charge sheet, it has been very categorically found the mention that the co-conspirators were in Pakistan. They belong to Pakistan. So, of course, it is clear with the information that has emerged from the supplementary charge sheet, which was filed by NIA earlier this month, that this whole planning and plotting of 26/11 attacks had its root in Pakistan. Now, it talks about how the supplementary charge sheet talks about how the planning of the attack began from 2005, 3 years before the attack took place, and also talks about the co-conspirators in whose coordination the Tahir Hussain Rana, who has been referred as A2 in this supplementary charge sheet, along with David Coleman Headley, who finds his reference in the charge sheet as A1. In their coordination, they planned this ghastly terror attack back there in Mumbai, into the 26/11 attacks. So it is clear by this supplementary charge sheet and the informations that have emerged that the roots, the planning and everything was from Pakistan.
All right. Thank you so much, Soumya, with those details. And with that, we move out of terrorist stories and let's look at some other happenings across the country in Bharat in 1 minute.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
The BSF troops in a joint operation with the CIA or counter-intelligence agency in Amritsar apprehended 2 smugglers with 5 pistols, a bike and a mobile phone near Atari Dande Road in Amritsar town. In other operations, BSF intercepted and recovered 2 drones from the border areas of Dhankhar and Kaluwala, with the recoveries of a pistol, 2 magazines and 3 live rounds and 586 grams of heroin. A massive fire broke out at a factory in West Bengal's Chamarel area while workers were on duty. 2 fire engines arrived at the scene and brought the blaze under control. The cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained. Uttar Pradesh police arrested 3 more accused in connection with the conversion racket in Agra. A total of 14 accused have been arrested by the police till now.
Political turmoil on Justice Verma's impeachment. 131 days since fire, still no FIR in Justice Verma case. Is the system attempting to protect Justice Verma? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
All right, bad weather in Uttarakhand. PAC Jawans saved Indian Kabaddi team player, Asian gold medalist and former pro Kabaddi captain Deepak Hooda from drowning in Haridwar today. Remember, Hooda is an Arjuna awardee and he was swept away in the strong current of the Ganga in Haridwar. Then the Jawans of PAC 40th Battalion rescued him, and these pictures are from there. Strong currents in the Ganga in Haridwar, even in the normal times. So this is, of course, monsoon. Moving on. India has officially inducted 3 AH-64E Apache Guardian attack helicopters into the Army Aviation Corps, marking a major leap in offensive air power. Alongside Apaches, India's indigenous light combat helicopter Prachanda plays a critical role in high altitude warfare. Between Apaches and the Prachands, which attack helicopters will win battles at high altitudes? Take a look at this report.
India's recent induction of the AH-64E Apache attack helicopters into its armed forces marks a bold elevation of battlefield capability. These 10-ton American-built platforms, renowned globally for their performance in high-intensity combat, come at a premium of $35 to $40 million per unit and bring continued dependence on foreign systems, training, and long-term support. While this acquisition signals access to top-tier technology, it simultaneously reaffirms India's strategic need for autonomy. Against this backdrop, the HAL Light Combat Helicopter LCH Prachand emerges as India's answer to building self-reliant defense capabilities. This indigenous solution offers a compelling alternative that addresses India's specific operational needs while supporting domestic manufacturing. The Prachand, a 5 to 6 ton helicopter developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL), has seen its initial batches delivered to the Indian Army and Air Force in recent years, with production now scaling to 30 units annually. The Prachand is powered by twin HAL Safran Shakti turboshaft engines, each delivering 1400 shaft horsepower. These engines, derived from the Ardent 1H1 and manufactured under license from Safran, provide the helicopter with a maximum speed of 268 km/h and a service ceiling of 6,500 meters, critical for high-altitude operations. Estimated at $10 to $15 million per unit, the helicopter incorporates over 65% indigenous content, supporting local manufacturing and reducing reliance on external supplies. With plans to produce over 100 units, it offers a practical approach to building a sustainable defense fleet tailored to India's needs. Designed with a focus on high-altitude operations, the Prachand demonstrated its capability during trials in Siachen in 2020, operating effectively up to 6,500 meters. This performance makes it particularly suited for operations in high-altitude regions such as the Himalayas and Siachen, where its lightweight design and altitude capabilities provide distinct operational advantages. The Prachand's weapon configuration centers around a chin-mounted 20mm M621 cannon with 450 rounds, capable of firing high-explosive HE and armor-piercing AP ammunition at 750 rounds per minute. The helicopter can carry up to 500 kg of external stores on 4 hard points. Standard armament includes up to 70mm rocket pods, each containing 19 rockets with various warhead options, including high-explosive HE, anti-personnel AP, and smoke variants. The helicopter has been tested with Helena anti-tank guided missiles derived from the Nag missile system with a range of 7 to 8 kilometers and tandem HET warheads capable of penetrating 1000 millimeters of rolled homogeneous armor. For air-to-air engagement, the Prachand can mount Mistral or similar short-range infrared guided missiles. The weapon management system allows for mixed loadouts depending on mission requirements, with automatic target handoff capabilities between different sensor systems. Initiated in 2006, the project overcame various developmental hurdles to reach its current stage, with recent updates indicating steady progress towards mass production. The development represents the dedication of Indian engineers in creating solutions that address specific operational requirements, particularly in high-altitude environments. The local production base contributes to economic benefits, including job creation and technological growth within India. As production increases, the Prachand is expected to play a consistent role in the nation's defense strategy, supporting operational requirements with a focus on self-reliance. This development aligns with efforts to strengthen India's aerospace capabilities from within. The Prachand stands as a practical addition to India's defense arsenal, contributing to a balanced approach that combines imported expertise with homegrown innovation. As India moves forward, this indigenous helicopter represents both immediate operational capability and long-term strategic autonomy in defense manufacturing.
Pakistan's missile test narrowly misses nuclear power plant. Shaheen 3 missile test fails. Pakistan gets a reality check. Another Chinese missile embarrasses Pakistan. Debating tonight at 8:20 p.m.
All right, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has embarked on a 2-day visit to the United Kingdom. Prime Minister will pay an official visit to the UK from 23rd, that's today, to 24th of July, that's tomorrow. In the second leg of his visit, he will undertake a state visit to Maldives. And Prime Minister also shared an update on social media saying that he is looking forward to talks with Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his meeting with His Majesty King Charles III.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has embarked on a two-nation tour. His visit to the UK, scheduled from July 23rd to 24th, aims to strengthen bilateral ties between India and the United Kingdom. The highlight of Prime Minister Modi's visit will be the signing of the India-UK FTA, which has been under negotiation for 3 years. This agreement is expected to eliminate tariffs on 99% of Indian exports to the UK and reduce tariffs on 90% of British products.
The India-UK partnership, as you're aware, was upgraded to a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2021, and since then has seen regular high-level political exchanges, and both sides remain committed to taking this partnership to even higher levels.
According to the Ministry of External Affairs, Prime Minister Modi will hold wide-ranging discussions with his UK counterpart on the entire gamut of India-UK bilateral relations. He will hold wide-ranging talks with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, covering trade, defence, climate, innovation and education. He will also meet King Charles III. After the UK visit, Prime Minister Modi will travel to the Maldives between 25th and 26th July. He will be the guest of honour at the Maldives' 60th Independence Day celebrations. The Prime Minister is set to hold talks with President Mohammad Muizzu to strengthen bilateral ties and review progress on the India-Maldives joint vision for a comprehensive economic and maritime security partnership. The visit aims to reset and enhance India-Maldives relations, which has been strained in the recent past. BJP questions Samajwadi Party over political meetings inside mosque. Samajwadi Party denies meeting, says BJP is attempting to mislead. Did Akhilesh hold a political meeting inside mosque? Debating tonight at 8:40 p.m. Indirect political tussle between Dhankhar and government. Was Dhankhar becoming an opposition magnet? Kong-Dhankhar link, alternative power center play, debating tonight at 9 p.m.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
MDH।
News Republic Jack Pollywall studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I'm Akanksha Khajuria. Let's get started.
Sarah, this is your space, slay it your way.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Political turmoil on Justice Verma's impeachment. 131 days since fire, still no FIR in Justice Verma case. Is the system attempting to protect Justice Verma? Debating tonight at 8 p.m. Pakistan's missile test narrowly misses nuclear power plant. Shaheen 3 missile test fails. Pakistan gets a reality check. Another Chinese missile embarrasses Pakistan. Debating tonight at 8:20 p.m. BJP questions Samajwadi Party over political meetings inside mosque. Samajwadi Party denies meeting, says BJP is attempting to mislead. Did Akhilesh hold a political meeting inside mosque? Debating tonight at 8:40 p.m. Indirect political tussle between Dhankhar and government. Was Dhankhar becoming an opposition magnet? Kong-Dhankhar link, alternative power center play. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us on Republic TV on This is exclusive at 7 p.m. We're coming to you with two big exclusive reports. In about 15 minutes from now, we have the Pawan Kalyan interview, unfiltered. The Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh speaks to Republic TV on the Hindi controversy. He speaks on why there is a need now to change the way we draft our textbooks and what we teach the future generations. But on top of 7 p.m, you would have heard of Chinese EVs trying to make a big entry into India. BYD. BYD is called Build Your Dreams, but is it breaching your data? We have an exclusive story from Israel on why Israel is suddenly sounding alarm on Chinese EVs. That and more coming up. Here are the headlines. India's biggest judicial scandal, 131 days since burnt cash was recovered from his residence. There is still no FIR on Yashwant Verma, the judge. Parliament adjourned for a third consecutive day after opposition creates a ruckus over electoral roll revision in Bihar. Deadlock, protests continue. Israeli Defense Ministry flags Chinese EV manufacturing firm BYD, suggests vehicles are being used, could be used for espionage. And it's a Republic super exclusive. Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan, unfiltered on the language controversy, Operation Sindoor, and also a hint on the role he could play in the upcoming Tamil Nadu elections. For many years, ladies and gentlemen, here in India, we have been wary of Chinese technology, Chinese tech firms, especially, and the threat to national security. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we have a story of country after country taking steps to shield themselves from Chinese spying tactics. Recently, the Israeli Ministry of Defense has decided to suspend the supply of Chinese electric vehicles, especially from firms like BYD, to IDF officers, defense officers of the Israel Armed Forces. Now, according to reports in the Israeli media, this was reportedly due to concerns over data collection via embedded communication systems and sensors. Israel's move, and let me show you the graphics while I speak over it. Israel's move coming after numerous warnings from Israeli cybersecurity experts who have said that Chinese vehicles could be used as tools for espionage, saying that these cars are sending signals back to China from Israel. And many top Israeli security agencies, officers have warned of potential security concerns over the use of EVs that are manufactured by firms like BYD and other Chinese makers. Israeli government also believing that there is a possibility that Chinese vehicles are collecting sensitive data, transmitting it to China via advanced telecommunication and sensor systems in these vehicles that they manufacture and sell. And Israelis are not the only ones. United States probing BYD. UK, Australia looking at it very closely. We spoke to a top security expert in Israel who has also served in the IDF and confirmed some of these reports. On this edition of This Is Exclusive, we have a special guest joining us on the broadcast. His name is Dr. Harel Menashri, one of the founders of the Shin Bet Cyber Division, presently serving as the head of cyber at the Holon Institute of Technology. He's also a lecturer at the Faculty of Health Sciences at Tel Aviv University and also a research fellow at the International Institute for Counterterrorism. So he has all the details of the threat that some of these Chinese automobile firms pose. Now, point number one, there was a recent report, Dr. Menashri, that Israeli Defense Forces have decided to be wary/dump BYD Auto 3 electric SUV over data transmission to China fears. Now, there was another Israeli report that said China's big brother is watching how Chinese smart devices are spying inside Israel, and it also spoke about IDF lieutenant colonels
deciding that they will no longer be driving around in electric BYD auto cars. Now, I want to first understand from you, how real is this threat? I know you're in the middle of a war with many countries. But in the middle of the war, how critical does this input become for Israel?
It's not only for Israel, it's for all the world, in fact, because the Chinese have very wise and sophisticated plans to collect and gather information all over the world, all the time, every day, every hour, in fact. And if you check, you can see that every technology, every Chinese technology that have the ability to connect, it's connect to a governmental server in China and send your data to China. It's in cell phones, it's in communication infrastructures, and in everything, in fact.
Yeah.
So when we are talking about electrical vehicles, you can equate to cell phone on wheels.
Yeah.
It's a computer with wheels, with many sensors. For example, we know that many Chinese cars have more than 5 cameras for the way. It's a circle camera in a very good resolution. Some of them are with 12 cameras. They have a LiDAR sensor with 120 degrees scenes in the front of the vehicle.
Correct.
And they can, in some premium cars, you can find even 3 LiDAR units. And some of them have even millimetric radars with very good resolution in 4 dimensions. And they can mapping all the environment and more cameras for security, for short range. Also, we know that many of them have sonic sensors to hear the voice inside and outside the vehicle, and even biometric sensors that can see and find who is the driver. So if we know this, and we know that the vehicle is already all the time try to connect, and even when you are talking about BYD, one of the commercial here in Israel says that when you, the driver, go to sleep, the vehicle is download the updates, and you can sleep very nice, and the vehicle has uploads by automatically. It's exactly like some burglar, thief will tell you when you go to sleep, put the key to your door outside, and we will use it to break into your home and take everything you have. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So, and not only this, we know that today most of those electric cars, Chinese car, have a communication that made by Huawei. Huawei is one of the banned list in the United States and other Western countries.
Yeah.
They use today the DeepSeek AI technology.
Correct.
We are we have more than suspicions that it's gather information from the technologies that you use and send it to Chinese authorities. Chinese need the information. They need it.
Correct.
And they gather it and take it. So you have to decide if you want to give them the information or not. And for example, when we are talking about Israel, I put India in the side for only for a minute.
Yeah.
But in Israel, I tell all the time my colleagues, China is very important country. We need to work with Chinese. We need to do business with Chinese because they manufacture almost everything.
Yeah.
And China is really an important country. But we need to see and watch and decide where to put our eggs, when to, how to do the deals with them, because the Chinese have their own interests.
Yeah.
They are not, they don't have the Israeli interest. And of course, when we are talking about India, and we see what happened between India and Pakistan and how Chinese armed the Pakistani Air Force and other Pakistani military units.
Correct.
They have their own interest, and I know that many years China and India have some border issue, and sometimes there are battles between China and India
as well. Correct.
China have their own interests, so you have to decide if to use this technology. The Chinese electric vehicles are very sophisticated. They are very smart. They are very, very good. I can tell you, they have a lot of technology and how do you say? I told you before that I didn't learn English, so I missed many words. But
that's okay. Yeah.
When I see the facilities, I can say that they are in the state of the art of the technology.
And not just that, even